What's going on, fellas? It's another Boogie production. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel, and I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. Shout out to the Dime Game Division, man. All right, let's rock and roll, fellas. Why do a lot of men think that money alone? Why do a lot of men think that only money makes up for a lack of sex appeal and attraction when it comes to women? You know, this is one of the biggest lies and narratives, you know, truth be told, that's really taken out of context when people are talking about the relationships between men and women, man. You know, money is not a substitution for attraction. You know, nothing could replace attraction between a woman and a man. You know, money is bait, man. You know, what money does for a woman is it lets her know that this man is stable, you know, that this man can provide security, that this man can provide a lifestyle, you know, if he chooses to marry her or keep her in a long-term situation. You dig? Money is an attention grabber. You know, it's like if a man roll up in a nice car, you know, or if a man got a nice house, you know, obviously it's going to capture that woman for that moment. You know, money lets a woman know that this man has a good work ethic, that this man has discipline. You know, if they have children, he's able to provide for the kids, provide for her. But no way, shape, or form is money going to, you know, sprinkle pixie dust on a man to make him all of a sudden, you know, 2 feet taller. You know, money is not going to knock 150 pounds off of a man. You know, it's just not going to do it. That's why I say, man, this is one of the narratives that is really taken out of context, man. Straight up and down. Money does not get a female wet. You know, it doesn't get her pussy wet. Lust and attraction gets her pussy wet. You dig? Once again, money is the bait. That's it. That's it, man. You know, usually when women say looks don't matter, attraction don't matter, it's usually when they need their bills paid, man. You know, when they need a stepfather for their children, when they need other things in their life besides just a companion, man. You see what I'm saying? Women usually say that when they don't plan on being in that situation for long, or they plan on cheating on that man. You know, some women go into situations and relationships with men knowing damn well they have no plans on being faithful. You know, some women do this, man. Real talk. But ideally, a woman would want a man that can get to the bag and a man that she don't mind sleeping with too. You know, both. You see what I'm saying? Both. The same way a man will want a woman that's a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. You know, everybody want that balance, man. So that right there is almost a myth. You know, real talk. It's almost a myth. And a lot of dudes kind of look at rich men, you know, wealthy men online and social media, and they don't even know the inner workings of these relationships between rich men, wealthy men, and the women that's around them. You see what I'm saying? You know, a lot of dudes look at guys like Hugh Hefner, but the reality is Hugh Hefner takes great care of the women that was at the Playboy Mansion, man. You know, gives them opportunity, obviously gives them money, gives them comfort, and the only thing they got to do in return is be sexy and have sex on demand. That's not much to ask for a woman. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But for regular men, everyday guys, nah, man, money is never going to substitute for a lack of attraction, man. You dig? So if money is the only thing getting you over the hump with this woman, and it's not your personality, it's not your masculinity, it's not your work ethic, it's not other things that may put you over the hump with this woman. If there's a lack of looks, on your end, then, you set yourself up for failure, man. Straight up. It's like bigger guys. I talk about Biggie Smalls a lot. Biggie Smalls understood, and he even said it in his rhymes. Heartthrob never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Coogee down to the socks. Biggie Smalls understood that he had to compensate in other areas, man. He had to overcompensate. He had to be funny. He had to be charming. He had to have a warm personality. He had to be a good storyteller. He had to be good with words. You see what I'm saying? And that came off being sexy to women. Just the fact that he had that kind of confidence. But the biggest thing that turned the woman on when it come to guys like Biggie Smalls is Biggie had a self-awareness about it too. He understood what time it is. Like, look, I'll never be a jawline dude. But here's my strengths. Here's what I got to offer. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, that's undeniable. I'ma look good. I'ma dress good. I'ma smell good. You see what I'm saying? Even though I'm a bigger guy. You dig? And I'ma be masculine. And I'ma be a masculine man at the end of the day. But, it's a lot of dudes that they just think they just gonna walk in there with a briefcase of money, and that's just gonna keep a woman in pocket. And that's it. Nah, man, eventually the guys without money gonna have access to that same woman. And she's attracted to him, man. Real talk. I think one of the biggest issues is a lot of women are not going to be honest about this. You see what I'm saying? So it leaves a lot up for interpretation with men on what women like and what turns women on and things of that nature. But, dog, look at the guys that women cheat with. I'll put it to you like that. Look at the guys that women cheat with. It's usually a guy she's attracted to. And I think a lot of dudes kind of take what I'm saying out of context too. I'm not saying that you got to be a supermodel looking dude to get with a woman. That's like less than 1% of men. Ultimately, what I'm saying is you got to be attractive to that woman that you're dealing with. That's what I'm saying. You got to be attractive to that woman. I mean, nobody's attractive to every single female in society. Come on now. That's utterly ridiculous, man. So I don't want guys to be taking certain things I say out of context, or some guys may think that they still don't have a chance. Pardon me. To get with a certain caliber of woman. Nah, that's not true. But what I'm saying is you got to be attractive to your woman. Period, man. If you can do that, man, you good to go. You Gucci. You ain't got to worry about the rest. You see what I'm saying? But y'all stop listening to women that need their bills paid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stop listening to women that need a father for their children. Y'all stop listening to women that are in desperate situations talking about what they want in a man. Nah, man. The only way you'll really know, honestly, what this female thinks is when she don't have any kind of obstacles in front of her. When she got a certain level of freedom. Then that way you'll see what kind of men she really want around her, dog. Real talk. Like, you can't take the word of a female in a third world country and say, oh, like, this is what women want. This is what women really want. Like, I mean, like, whatever choice do these women have? You know what I'm saying? They want to get out of poverty. They want their children out of poverty. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean when they sleeping with said guy, she's not thinking about another man. For some women, that's the only way that they can get off. Real talk. For some women, that's the only way that they can get off. That they can get wet. Is if they thinking about another man when they having sex with their husband. It's very common. You dig? It's very common. So, here's what I would say. Just focus on being attractive for your woman. I think that's an easier goal for a lot of dudes than, to get out here and start throwing money at women and start thinking because you hit a lick and start touching some paper that, and obviously when you start touching some paper, the women gonna find you more intriguing. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, your joke's going to be a little bit more funnier. Even your corny jokes. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they don't mind if you touch them. But before you hit that lick for that paper, these same women didn't want you nowhere near them. And that's where a level of honesty got to come in. You got to ask yourself that question, like, man, before I started getting this paper, before I brought this big, nice foreign car, that same female never looked at me. That same female walked past me every day. All of a sudden, she's skinning and grinning. What changed? Oh, the paper. So is it you that she's attracted to? Or is it the money? Is there certain opportunities that can come about because you're touching that paper now? You see what I'm saying? Most likely it's the latter. You dig? Most likely it's the latter. So, to me, man, it all comes back down to your lane. What lane you driving in? What lane you trying to drive in? Straight up. If you're driving in the booty call lane, if you're driving in the lust lane, I call it, then at the end of the day, money doesn't really have a big place in that lane. Real talk. What runs that lane is lust and attraction. Period. The money will be somewhere in the middle or down at the lower tier of that list. Especially when you're dealing with women that got their own money. They not really tripping on that. Now you gonna really see who they want to choose, man. You dig? So a lot of dudes got to be careful in this area, man. Money is not a substitution for attraction. It's not. It's not. I think that's where a lot of dudes going wrong. A lot of dudes getting their heart broken in that area right there. When they find out the real reason this woman wanted to be around him. When they find out the real reason this woman was sleeping with him in the first place. Makes a lot of men bitter. But that's a rough pill to swallow, man. It's a hard pill to swallow. But anyway, man, shout out to the Dime Game Division. Y'all have a good day. Peace.